Hello and welcome, FranServe Consultants. My name is Lena Heredia, and I'll be your host for today's Brand Bite. I would like to introduce Paul Dorsey from Jantize America. Go ahead and take it away, Paul.
Hey, thanks, Lena, and welcome everybody, all the franchisor brokers and consultants who are listening in live from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pre-COVID, Elisa and I were planning a big party out here. Hopefully you guys can all come out and visit our office, race some cars around the track, and have a great time. Want to keep this brief, simple, to the point. Certainly you guys can call me at any time for any questions about the Jantize America opportunity or even other franchise sales tips. I've been doing this for a long time and I'm here to help. So Jantize America, area developer. This is an executive business model, sales management, business development, and our area developers are mentoring and coaching local unit franchisees, local Jantize unit franchisees. It's a proven business model. We have 10 successful area developers, a couple 300 unit franchisees servicing thousands of customers or end-use customers, property managers, facility managers, medical facilities, you name it, we clean it. But two primary responsibilities for our area developers: develop a network of unit franchisees, recruiting, selling, and supporting local unit franchisees, and securing new business or customers for those unit franchisees to service all the facility needs: maintenance, floor care, nightly janitorial, and the COVID disinfecting. Jantize America is well recognized on Entrepreneur Magazine. You guys heard all the accolades before, but I want to focus in again. This is a $128 billion a year industry, and that's pre-COVID. Our business continues to grow and grow, and now the sensitivity of having a clean and disinfected office space is more than ever. Jantize has been a leader in the space, gosh, for almost 30 years. Back in 1988, we were founded in Livonia, Michigan. Matter of fact, Jerry Gabowski, the founder, still has one of the original unit franchisees servicing a customer outside of Detroit, Livonia, and we've been servicing that customer for over 30 years. It's a nice manufacturing facility. It's no longer it's the son who took over the unit franchise for the father. A great accolade there. I'll tell you some more. But we're COVID disinfected specialists, and we have been fighting all sorts of bacteria, germs, and diseases for many, many years. Jantize has been considered an essential business, and I want to say even pandemic proof as we continue to grow. There's a many different multiple revenue streams for my area developers. Franchise fees, selling the new unit franchisees. The average unit franchisee is husband and wife team or ex-military guys, and they initially invest about $15,000. That's the initial investment or down payment for a unit franchise. All of our unit franchise qualify for the loans or their financing, and that's another revenue source for our area developers. There's administrative fees, building protection or insurance programs, monthly royalties that create the residual revenues. The area developer receives a 9% royalty from the gross revenue of the local area developers. Most of my area developers are up over $200,000 worth of royalties. Again, you can do the math. They're making $30,000, $35,000 a month on their royalties. Marketing fees or upgrades for the unit franchisees pay additional commissions to the area developer for additional business. And then you get into supplies, the commodities, paper towels, tissue, soap, all the things for the end use customer. And then the equipment, buffers, scrubbers, vacuums, everything that the unit franchisees may need is serviced by the area developer. So going back to force, we're needing sales and management, business development, mentoring, and coaching. It's not a one-man show. And guess what? My area developers are not out cleaning businesses. They're not janitors. They're big picture executives who understand scalability. Our area developers do not clean offices. There's no keys or codes, and there's no chemicals in the offices of the area developers. Jantize America is the only franchisor in the space who has the proprietary JanView software. I helped develop this software. I think I know more about code now than I ever wanted to, but everything is at the phone. Every franchisee can see all their customers, all their invoices, all their different libraries and reports that are needed on a daily basis. My office, the National Franchise Support Center, takes care of all the billing, the credit, the collection. Everything is viewed on the JanView service. The area developer is sales and marketing machine, and the unit franchisees are great operational or customer service, taking care of the end use customer. Here's a typical organizational chart for the area developer. So our area developers, again, overall business management, unit franchise sales and support. They need to have at least one sales guy, two sales guys to start. The average sales guy in this industry brings on about $3,000 a month worth of new business month after month after month. So the benchmark is, hey, let's hire two sales guy, Mr. Area Developer. At the end of 12 months, I want you billing at least 70, maybe closer to $100,000 worth of monthly residual services that's being maintained by your local unit franchisees. Area developer also needs some part-time inside salespeople, appointment setters for those sales guys to go out to close the deals. As his territory grows, he's going to need an operations manager and or a customer service person. This customer service person becomes a liaison between the area developer and the active unit franchisee, also a liaison between the end use customers and the unit franchisees. But every major city, and our territories are major cities, you need 1 million or more in population, would be a great territory. If it's not a major city, we can put a few counties together, but typically a major city could handle 100 or more unit franchisees, because the unit franchisees do not buy a territory. The unit franchisees do not buy a zip code. They're actually buying the customers. And I'll go into some more details about that or your questions. So who's this opportunity, area developer, suited for? Some of your candidates. Well, guess what? It's suited for those guys who were looking at restaurants before COVID. It's suited for those guys who are looking at fitness centers or some other retail establishment before COVID, because this is a scalable business. So I think I even have some questions there too. Ask your candidates. Don't pigeonhole your candidates. Ask them, hey, Bob, are you looking for a scalable business? Hey, Bob, do you want to build some multiple residual revenue streams in your business? Hey, Bob, certainly a proven concept. That's why you're looking at a franchise with tremendous growth. As I mentioned, over $128 billion a year. The area developer is actually becoming a franchisor within their city or within their territory. The most important thing that we're looking for is we want people who want to use their past experience to give back and to support their local unit franchisees, to mentor those local unit franchisees who are mostly first-time business owners. The ideal candidate, other than that, we need $150,000 liquid capital. It's a $75,000 franchise fee. Probably need around $75,000 to start up, get it through the first 6 months, get a small office, hire the sales guys. Other than that, there's no inventory. There's no fryers. There's no build out. Most of the guys start off in an executive type office and they can grow from there. 6 months working capital. And of course, the guys who are seeking to own their own business, but maybe have never heard of an area developer or a master franchise. So they got to have the drive. And I believe our area developer opportunity is the great vehicle for them. So look for the reasons. Why are they looking? What's the motivation? Look for the ability. Can they manage and mentor others and build a sales team? And of course, look for the capital. They got to have $150,000 liquid capital. As I mentioned before, $75,000 franchise fee. Startup cost. This might be the same page again, but there it is. The startup cost for the area developers. Here's my online process. Even pre-COVID, all this stuff is set up online. So send in your candidates' information, their application. I'll want to set up a quick phone call. I certainly want you on every phone call. We'll talk about their background, get to know them a little bit. I'll send them over an introduction. Going back to the website, I want them to complete the Jantize area developer application online. It's only about 10 questions, not asking for a lot. Once they complete the application, they're sent a code, boom, they watch a 20-minute webinar that goes into more in-depth breakdown and the percentages to each one of those revenue streams. We'll set up another question and answer call. Certainly want you available for that call too. Avoids all the he said, she said. Once that again is sent out, the franchise disclosure document is online. They'll get a code to download the FDD, another Q&A in between. After that, we'll settle a validation call and we'll pick a particular time or day. So whatever it is, Tuesday between 8 and noon, every one of my area developers will call your candidate. Or maybe it's Friday between 12 and 5. Every one of my area developers will call your candidate. We're going to avoid all this missed phone calls or left a message, and we're going to continue to get to the finish line, read over the franchise agreement, and certainly set up training, collect the initial investment. I think I left number 9 out. Send you your commission. And it's a nice commission as you see it here. What's in it for the brokers? $32,500 commission. Again, that's something to write home about, or at least to learn more about the Jantize area developer. It's a very, very affordable area developer or master franchise opportunity. It's an executive level position. Again, no nights, no weekends, and it's business to business, 8 to 5. They're dealing with other business owners as far as unit franchisees and facility services. Once you start looking at the math, I'll show you a benchmark report. There's a huge income potential, much greater than the average Subway or some other franchise. And certainly superb follow-up and attention to detail to your candidates. If you have a candidate that's completed all those steps, I'll fly out to Dallas, I'll fly down to Tampa, I'll go up to Minnesota, play around the golf and build the relationship with your customer and bring them on board. So that's it in a nutshell. I hope I didn't go too fast or too slow. I know everybody wants to digest things. If all the guys who are seriously interested, I might even recommend, hey, go on my website and you can go through the process yourself, step by step by step. And if it's for you, well, then it certainly will be for your candidates.
Thank you so much, Paul. That was a lot of great information. You definitely did not go too fast. But consultants, if you have any questions, please reach out to Paul. Thank you again. We look forward to doing a lot of business with you in the upcoming year, and have a great day.
Okay, good enough.